Good morning, everybody. Yesterday I said I wanted to start exactly at 9:15, so we are not exactly on time, but nevertheless. So it's really my pleasure to welcome you here to the 10th conference on molecular imprinting. And I will say a few words a little bit later, but let me start by introducing, I have the honor and pleasure to introduce the president of the Hebrew University, Professor Asher Cohen, who will say a few words to you. Thank you, Asher.
Danny, Itamar, Shlomo, dear guests, it's a pleasure to be here. As you probably all know, I'm the president of the university, but I just learned what is imprinting, molecular imprinting, so I'm not going to talk about that. I'll just tell you a few words about the Hebrew University, because it actually has some unique aspects to it. We celebrate this year 100 years, exactly 100 years. 100 years ago, in the 24th of July, 1918, the cornerstones for the Hebrew University were laid. Now, in this respect, it may not be special, but you have to go 100 years back to this area and understand what it means. Because there was essentially here the old city, which I gather some of you will see in the next few days. It wasn't any more modern 100 years ago, and there was nothing else. It was all essentially bare. And in this bare area, a university was laid, which was quite unique, quite unusual, and in fact, I'll say it humbly, led to the success of what is now modern Israel. Israel came into being just 30 years later, and many of the graduates of the Hebrew University were ready to help it become the modern state that it became. So, a university that established a country rather than a country that established the university, and we are quite proud of that. I'll add one more thing, because there was one additional unique element, and that's when you look at the founders of the Hebrew University. You may have even heard some of the names that were involved. I gather all of you heard about a fellow named Albert Einstein. He was actually one of the founders of the Hebrew University. He was one of the pushers to establish a Hebrew University here in the land of Israel. And he remained actually close to the Hebrew University. So close that when he died, he left all of his intellectual belongings to the Hebrew University, including a lot of things. But among other things, just for you to know, he wrote this paper in 1916 that I guess many of you perhaps heard about it, the General Relativity Theory paper, possibly the most influential paper in the history of science. And we have the original copy here at the university, 200 meters from here. Somewhere there. He left us many, many other belongings as well, and we are quite proud of that. So, we have a special history, but in the end, our calling, like many universities, like I guess all universities that you are coming from, our calling is academic excellence. We're trying to be as good as possible. Hopefully we are successful. And in this respect, hosting a conference like this conference is an honor. A highly respected conference being hosted here, being conducted here, with all of you present here, is one more element in being an excellent university. So let me welcome you to come here, and I hope you enjoy your time here. I know you will. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Cohen. The next one will welcome you, a good friend of mine, Professor Shlomo Dassi, who is the head of the Institute of Chemistry. Just to let you know, you are in a campus which was previously called Givat Rama campus. This is the location. Now it's called the Safra campus, according to the family who actually dominated or gave some money. And inside this campus, we have, it's all the Faculty of Mathematics and Exact Sciences. Last year, actually, there was another faculty established here, which is the Faculty of Engineering. Within the Faculty of Mathematics and Exact Sciences, we have 5 institutes, which is the Institute of Mathematics, Physics, Chemistry, that's where I'm coming from, Earth Sciences, and Life Sciences. And Shlomo is the head of the Institute of Chemistry. Please, Shlomo.
Good morning to all. Thanks for allowing me to come without the jacket. Welcome to the Institute of Chemistry. The Institute of Chemistry is just across the street, a few buildings. Just a few facts about the Institute. It was actually established at 1923 when Albert Einstein and Chaim Weizmann, another famous chemist at that time, who would later become the president of Israel, established the Institute of Chemistry. The first paper in chemistry was from the Hebrew University in 1924, before the university was officially opened. And since then we have really a long tradition of publications, scientific activities, and just a few numbers. At the Institute we have about 35 faculty members, about 15 active faculty, emeriti faculty, that still contribute and publish. We have about 200 undergraduate students, 70 master's students, 120 PhD students, 80 postdocs, and about 20-30 more researchers. So this is a quite big institute compared to the number of the faculty members. A uniqueness of this institute is both basic science and applied science, and out of this institute came quite many influential papers, but also quite many companies and products. One last sentence, I would like to say that we as the whole university emphasize international collaboration, and we are aiming at establishing more and more collaborations with scientists like you. During last year we have signed several collaboration agreements. We are participating in the Erasmus program, so please talk to Danny, and I assume that Danny will talk to you about possible collaboration. So, the importance of this field you know, and since I usually sit in that side of the room and ask myself when this speaker will finish up and we can start science, so I will stop here, and good luck and enjoy the conference.
Thank you, Shlomo. And the last speaker, before I say a few words, I don't need to introduce him. That's Mike Whitcomb, who I'm very glad that managed to come. So please, Mike, and the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you. Just a few words. Mr. President, distinguished professors, ladies and gentlemen. So on behalf of the Society of Molecular Imprinting, or for Molecular Imprinting, I'd like to welcome you, welcome you to the 10th International Conference in Molecular Imprinting. It's good to see so many familiar faces here, but also some new faces. And to those of you who are new to this area, I'd like to say a few words. So I hope you realise that this is a really exciting, versatile and wide-reaching area of scientific endeavour that you've embarked upon as your chosen career, at least at this stage of your career. So I hope you're convinced that can't believe I'm writing here. I hope you're convinced that this is so, and if not, by the end of this meeting, I hope you will be. So the organisers have got a really good programme, so you'll be hearing from top experts from all over the world in this area. So please take the opportunity to meet them, to speak to them. You don't know at this stage where that might lead to. You might arrange a research visit, a short one, or maybe this will be where you pick up a postdoc for the future. So I hope you make the best of this meeting. I look forward to hearing about your science as well as those of the big guns in the room. And that maybe at your posters, it maybe you've got a talk, I don't know. So I think that's really what I want to say. So enjoy the conference.
Thanks, Mike. And a few words. So I would like to thank you for coming to Israel, to Jerusalem, and the Hebrew University, and to attend this conference. The MIP 2018 follows the MIP 2016, which was in Lund, the previous one, which was in China, and is, as you know, is the actually major international conference for presenting, discussing molecular imprinting, and I hope that you are going to enjoy that. Therefore, I was very glad when we proposed actually to have the meeting here in Jerusalem that the Society for Molecular Imprinting actually accepted our offer. And in spite of I must say that in spite of the excellent science that we do in Israel, and I believe that we do that, it's not always so easy to actually persuade and convince people to come and attend meetings in Israel, obviously because of the political situation. So I'm very glad that many of you came, and many of the people of the community came to Israel, and I'm sure that you are going to enjoy that. This conference could not be really materialized without the help of some excellent colleagues, and which I want to mention only a few. First of all, the organizing committee, so you will see the people. So it's Buddy Green, that I'm sure that all of you know, and Sharon Marks, and also Levi Geber. Itamar Willer is here, and also I must say many thanks to Leye, who also helped us a lot. And you will see later on my secretary Ruth, who actually did a wonderful job, but that's coming much later. In addition, I'd like to express my thanks to some financial support, also from the Hebrew University, also from the Pazi Foundation, that's due to Sharon, and also we should remember also Springer, that actually contributed the prizes for the poster. I'll say a few words about that, and also for the MPDI, also through sensors. About the posters, so we have quite a few posters, and on Wednesday night at the gala dinner, we are going to announce there's a committee that will review the posters. The posters are part of lunch, so you have enough time. The same posters, please don't turn them down. Please leave the posters until Wednesday, so you can see them, you can discuss with the students the posters, and on Wednesday night we have 5 awards that will be given. Looking at the final program, I believe that we are going to have a very stimulating and high quality conference, and I'm personally looking forward to hearing many of you. And science is exciting and for all of us, and actually which motivates us, but yet it should be also accompanied with some other activities. So we try to do our best to make a very, very rich social program, and I encourage you all to participate. This includes tomorrow half-day tour in Jerusalem, and on Wednesday a guided tour at the Israel Museum, and the dinner is going to be at the Israel Museum. It's a very special place. Please try to attend it. I'll give some more information later today about these events. Also, don't forget that you are in a very special and unique place in the world, Jerusalem. So, again, I encourage you, not during this seminar, the talks themselves, but please find the time to see a little bit of Jerusalem. This week, we are also celebrating the Festival of Light in Jerusalem, which starts, I think, on Wednesday or Thursday. So it's going to be pretty busy in the old city. Nevertheless, find the time, see it. The weather in Jerusalem is really excellent, much better than Tel Aviv, so enjoy that. So let me end by announcing that the 10th International Conference of Molecular Imprinting is open, and I wish you all very enjoyable, stimulating, and productive meeting. Thank you very much.